Hi everyone, today we're making some courgette and turnip sabji. I'm calling it sabji because that is what we call it in Hindi. And for this dish, you obviously need a courgette, and the one I'm using is organic. I'm using organic ginger, some shallots, which is up to you if you want to use it or not. You can use garlic, and some red onions. And we're also using some onion powder, coriander powder, sorry, and some sesame seeds. And this is Celtic salt, or I guess you call it Celtic salt. I'm not too sure. You can use sea salt as well. I might use some in the later video if it's necessary. Also using turnip, but the turnip I've got is organic and I only got a few days ago. It was going off, so we are going to cut all the bad parts of the turnip. If it starts looking like this, that does not mean that you need to throw your vegetable or your fruit. You can just cut off the bad part unless, it's quite moldy and it's not in the right state, then by all means throw it away, but I am going to use it. There's nothing wrong with it, so I'm just cutting it all up. So here you can see I am chopping up the ginger really, really small and fine. And you can do this if any of your family members don't like to chew on ginger. You can either grind it up or you can just chop it up really fine the way I'm doing it. So we're going to be using a stainless steel pressure cooker, and the reason being because it cooks everything so quickly. Like, I'm not going to lie, this dish was cooked in 10 minutes. So you're going to add your oil of choice. I've added some grapeseed oil because it's healthy. You're adding your chopped ginger. You're also adding some cloves, and you can also add sesame seeds, black or white, does not matter. I would add them at this point, but mine were mixed up with the onion powder and the coriander powder, so it is going to go in there at a later stage. And I don't know if I've said annatto seeds right. You also add in your chopped onions. You're going to mix everything really well. You're adding your dried herbs, some thyme and some sage. Now at this point you want to make sure you cook the onions for a few minutes, about 2 to 3 minutes. Then you can go ahead and add your plum tomatoes, which are chopped of course. Mix everything really well, and then you go ahead and add all your seasonings, your onion powder, coriander powder and sesame seeds. And then what you want to do is of course mix it well. I did add a little bit of sea salt, which is optional, and some cayenne pepper, which again is optional, but make sure you taste it, after you add it or before. Now I'm adding the courgette and the turnip. You have to make sure you add in some water to this dish. Do not drench it with water, but you do want to make sure you add enough water so this dish can be cooked. But do remember that the courgette and the turnip both are water-based vegetables. After you do that, you can add your salt. So I will be adding some Celtic sea salt. And you want to close it, and you want to make sure you turn it up on high heat so that the pressure cooker whistle goes off, and as soon as it goes off, you want to make sure you turn it down to at least from medium to low heat, right? And then put a timer on for about 10 minutes and leave it for about 5 minutes, and then take all the steam out, and then this is how it's going to look, and it will be delicious. You can have it with bread, you can make a chapati, you can make some rice if you eat rice. I don't eat it, but you can also make some quinoa because that is alkaline and it's electric. So yeah, let me know in the comments how you liked it, because I know it's going to be delicious and you're going to love it. That pressure cooker does magic. See you in the next one. Bye.